Hi, my name is Canyon Rollins, and this is my midterm submission for my management class. The article I did my research over is titled, "As Gas Prices Rise, Democrats Scramble to Lay Blame on Big Oil." The author is Evan Halper, and it was published October 4th, 2022 on the Washington Post. Summary of this basically is that gas prices were on a great decrease for about 99 days. We were doing fantastic. We were really starting to get back to regular prices where people can go to work and just have easier lives without having to worry about spending so much as a fortune just about on gas every single day. That since is reversed, and now the gas prices are going up again, and nobody's really sure why. In the past week and a half, 2 weeks alone, the gas has gone up almost 60 cents in California alone. But it's not just California that's been affected. States such as Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska have also seen a price increase of about 40 cents in just this past week and a half, 2 weeks alone, and again, nobody is really sure why. The Midwest, however, has felt less of an effect by this, but nonetheless, the price has still gone up ever so often, just not a number for it, but they've gone up to the point where it has been an effect, and we do notice the change. These big-time oil companies, the big oil as mentioned in the title, they're just making massive profits off of all the consumers. They're focusing more on their sales and their profits rather than they are about the actual people, us, the American people, and helping give us more comfortable lives and making their gas more affordable and cheaper as it once was. In relation to the book, in Chapter 5, there's a section called Balance Sheet, where it says documenting assets and liabilities. And one of the first things that pops up is risk, when companies have a risk whenever they increase their prices. But in this instance, it's almost like there's no risk because oil and gas is such a necessity for the average American person, or any person really in the world, that them raising their prices is not a risk if all the companies raise them together as they have. If one company, let's say Quick Trip, raised their prices and nobody else did, nobody would get their gas at Quick Trip anymore and they would fail. But everybody's raised their prices at the same rate to about the same number, to where you have to just pick one at that point, and they're just making the same amount of sales as they were before, but the profit is skyrocketing as a result. This also has resulted in people visiting gas stations more and buying less gas per visit to try to make themselves feel like they save money. But generally, when someone visits a gas station, they also go inside to get a snack, drink, etc. So they're spending more money on snacks and drinks by their frequent visits to the gas station being higher, since they're going more to get more gas. Ethically speaking, from the company standpoint, if I were to be in a position of to make a change, I would just request that they would just make gas cheaper and affordable as it once was. If it needs to go up a little bit, so be it, but this price change of $2, $3, $4, $5 in some places has just become ridiculous. And the fact that our trending number that was a little down, it was a slight decline, and now it's just gone back up tremendously in some places. It makes me fear, as someone who lives in the South, that it's just going to go up again and it's going to make life harder once more. So ethically, these companies need to just lower the prices to make the consumers comfortable once again. Because while we still consume by getting their gas and eating snacks and drinks and everything, mostly gas in this scenario, while we still get it, we're all upset with them. And if there was an alternative solution that was cheaper to come out eventually by some other competitor, I think a lot of Americans would switch, although it wouldn't take away the oil and gas company as a whole. But I do think that they need to change. They need to think deep within themselves and make the decision that's right for the comfort of their customers and for the betterment of their lives, not just so that they can make a couple million more dollars.